that cutting off has ripple effects that could cause bank failures. And so we really need to be super attentive, not just to the immediate risks of a cyber attack, but to these potential ripple effects.
Our solution enables the funding required, the placing of that liquidity to happen immediately and what we call atomically.
And where the problems really lie is having those bridges from the traditional data world to the new data world, from the traditional payment world to the new payment world.
Come back to us once that's sorted out, because you only get one chance at a first impression. And if this court case doesn't go well for you, it wasn't good. So anyway, they got a good result in the US court case, and they approached us again.
It really tries to capture the mammoth size of the market opportunity, addressing more than 1,700 trillion in assets, which are likely to become digital.
Video is the Kelsey brothers and their connection to Swift. How major events are planned with the Super Bowl. So I would find it extremely perfect if there was a rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs this year, tied in with some type of global banking event.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Boon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub, Kyle Carso in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags, smashing them likeys. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades, buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.14 trillion, up about 1.8% in the past 24 hours. We got BTC's dominance right around 48%. We got XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 52.5 cents. Stellar XLM right around 11 cents. We got BTC 27,996. ETH right around 16.50. We got XDC right around 5 cents. Flare 0.010. Songbird 00422. We got some breaking news going around. Mr. B, XRP, please help digital asset buy get his X account back. He was wrongfully suspended. Please retweet digital asset investor account suspended. Elon Musk, please reinstate the digital asset investor. We got one from Ripple here. The inaugural Ripple X Medico SA Policy Summit hits the shores of Hong Kong on October 26. Join us as we bring together key industry stakeholders for an active dialogue amongst examining Hong Kong's virtual asset industry, featuring Ripple, XRP. Subject views. Okay, so when Klaus Schwab warned us of the pending cyber attacks, it got my attention. But now the Fed Vice Chair Michael Barr is telling us about the potential for a cyber attack at a major institution. Ripple effects ×4.
The financial risk, but interconnection in this space is also particularly important. So how do you think about this interconnections within the financial system in terms of the cost or the impact on the financial system?
Well, first of all, Lisa, I think you're absolutely right. When you think about cyber risk, there are two kinds of risks or costs to the system. There's the direct cost. There's a problem, an incursion. You need to address the incursion. You need to put a patch in place. Those are relatively modest costs in the scheme of things. But the real big risks and costs are the interconnectedness risks that you described. So if you think about, our financial system is really tightly interwoven. And if we have a really bad cyber attack at a major institution, that can have ripple effects throughout the financial system. Could be through the payment system channel. It could be through liquidity provision channels. And so those ripple effects can be very, very large. If a bank has to cut itself off in order to protect the rest of the system from a cyber attack, that cutting off has ripple effects that could cause bank failures. And so we really need to be super attentive, not just to the immediate risks of a cyber attack, but to these potential ripple effects because of the tightly interconnected nature of the financial system.
XRP and the XRP ledger blockchain distributed ledger technology provides the highest security standards of them all. Where did they get a HODL of that HODL? Got Crypto Eddie Marcus Treacher, Executive Chairman, RTGS Global, the RTGS Cross-Border Liquidity Settlement Solution, Atomic Settlement. What a revolutionary way of thinking about that. Liquidity,
And well, tell us about RTGS Global's approach there. You mentioned that's the problem you're trying to solve. What's I guess, different about the approach to cross-border settlement that you're providing?
Our solution enables the funding required, the placing of that liquidity to happen immediately and what we call atomically. And that means that the money is moving between the currency that the payment is starting at to the currency that the payment is going to end at immediately and without any half payment problems. So if you're making a payment in the UK again, £1,000, that £1,000 will only move if at the other end of the flow, let's say in Brazil again, or in the USA, the equivalent of dollars have moved as well. So we make the whole transaction atomic, and we also have a revolutionary way of thinking about that liquidity so that we can make that movement happen at any point in time, any time of day of the working week, and ultimately to any value.
Whatever it is, it's going to need a bridge to the other side, XRP, the interoperable universal bridge. We got Mr. Man XRP. We overestimate the speed of change and underestimate the magnitude. Bankers Association for Finance and Trade telling you that they need bridges from the traditional world to the Web3 world. At the end of the paper, they mentioned two projects, XRP, XLM.
You know, we've all heard of the failures of TradeLens and WeTrade and Marco Polo. The question is why, right? I'd start off with Bill Gates. He made the statement, we overestimate the speed of change and we underestimate its magnitude. And that's sort of where we're at. What has happened over the last 3-4 years is now new building blocks have formed. Think of them as bridges from the traditional world of ERP, because data is important, needs to be secured, to this new world of Web3, from the traditional world of payments, wire transfers, to this new world of smart contract triggered release of funds, right? And payment risk, right, from the traditional world of law to the model law of electronic transfer of records. These are all building blocks that didn't exist. And to sort of traverse this new world, you need a vehicle, think of it, and that's the DLPC. That's how we see it. And we think what is needed is essentially an instrument that is legal, that allows for data to be secure, where you have complete control over privacy, and where you're able to effectively leverage the legal system for final recourse. And if you then sort of take that one step further, and you look at all the existing instruments, the EUCP, the letter of credit, digitized invoices. So there's a distinction between digitization and, if you will, digital asset formation. And where the blockchain really comes in is in the formation of this digital asset. And where the problems really lie is having those bridges from the traditional data world to the new data world, from the traditional payment world to the new payment world, from the traditional legal world to the new legal world. We are fortunately at a point where all of that now exists. And I can go into greater detail about how each of these things play out. And we have a one-pager slide that if somebody could put up would be useful as background. And the DLPC is a set of standards and best practices that came out of BAF. So those of you who are not familiar with it, you should be able to find.
Sounds a lot like XRP, the universal interoperable bridge asset. They know what's coming. We know what's coming. They can't stop it. We got Flip the Chain. Insane News. Ripple came to us and explained the offerings to me and a group of major bank representatives. Because of the court case, we didn't proceed. Now that the case is over, we will follow up with Ripple to enable cross-border payments.
And again, I'm not an expert on it, but I understand they approached us some time ago. But at the time, they were battling some legal battle in the US.
Yes.
And our position to them was, look, come back to us once that's sorted out, because you only get one chance at a first impression. And if this court case doesn't go well for you, it wasn't good. So anyway, they got a good result in the US court case, and they approached us again. And look, we're going to have a bit more of a look at it. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on it, but we may look to promote their product. And again, it'll be buyer beware. We'll say to our members, look, here's this new technology. From what I can understand, it can generate real-time transfer of payments.
Yes.
And they seem to have a lot of checks and balances in place. At the briefing that I was at where I did that post, there was a lot of representatives from the major banks that were very interested in it. So it is a real thing.
That's right.
but how that translates to meaningful solutions for our members, we'll only understand that in a bit more time.
I think I've got a little bit more understanding of Ripple because I have been following the Ripple case since got into the dramas with the financial bodies in the US. That period of time for Ripple, it was when the whole world was still trying to grappling with the idea of what blockchain was and all that sort of stuff. And because you're really going outside of the banking system, right? And anything that goes out of the banking system, the governments don't like it. Because they can't see it. But Ripple's difference compared to all the other blockchains is that other blockchains is a decentralized model, which means that no one party controls it, whereas Ripple is a centralized model. So they want regulation. They want to basically plug into the government system and use blockchain as a technology by way of payments getting transferred in an instant manner. When I saw you sort of talking to Ripple, I was like, oh, because I haven't followed their case lately, I didn't know whether they had a positive outcome or negative outcome, but the fact that you were talking to them, I thought they must have had a positive outcome. And then if their payment system are launching here in Australia or are offering as a legitimate commercial business offer, it's very interesting. It'd be very interesting for the likes of me as well.
Ripple in itself, Ripple the company may be centralized, but the XRP ledger more decentralized over time. Faster, cheaper, the superior technology, whatever it is, gonna need a bridge to the other side to enable cross-border payments. We got Sammy. I don't think people are realizing how big this is. Stellar is about to onboard 150 plus million MoneyGram users to the Stellar network. This is the biggest crypto use case to date. XLM Stellar. Second biggest use case because XRP had it first until the SEC came in and shut it down. MoneyGram, Stellar. We got Crypto Eddie. You can hate on Ripple, but the combined collective brain power is staggering in person. Toronto, October 12th through the 13th. Ripple, Ubreach scholars, researchers, and thought leaders showcase blockchain initiatives, share knowledge, and inspire the future research running on the XRP ledger. We got one from Mr. Man XRP, 1,700 trillion in assets likely to become digital. They'll be flowing through that XRP ledger.
Across the traditional world and that of the digital world, providing access to an institutional client base. And this is really what the digital ecosystem looks like, with Archax playing a key role in each component. Our vision is really this in terms of what the future of capital markets looks like. And this slide really shows where we are in our journey. The blue line showing where we are live and what we're actively doing in the market today. And the purple really is those products and offerings which are very much on their way. So in addition to the primary and secondary and custody, brokerage, and our tokenization engine, we're looking at and we're soon to be live on other parts of our offering, including our digital CSD via our Monta subsidiary. We're launching new products, staking, lending, e-money and fund management services also, providing really this true end-to-end institutional grade offering. This chart won't be a surprise to anyone on the call today. It really tries to capture the mammoth size of the market opportunity, addressing more than 1,700 trillion in assets, which are likely to become digital. Digitalization of all the world's assets, traditional markets, adoption of crypto currencies, and the tokenization of real-world assets. This is the size of the addressable market, and this is the market in which we see a huge opportunity to participate.
The opportunity is massive, and those who have eyes on the prize continuing to load up dollar cost average for the transformation of all value. Welcome to the party. 1,700 trillion.
Archax is an institutional-grade exchange for trading asset-backed tokens, digital securities, security tokens, etc., based in London. Founded by experts from the financial markets and backed by an accomplished advisory board, Archax offers a credible bridge between the blockchain world and the traditional investment space. The Archax team is used to working in highly regulated markets and has a deep understanding of the blockchain landscape and tokenization too, as well as a vision of how to evolve them and open up digital assets to institutions in a transparent manner.
You know what's coming. They know what's coming. They can't stop it. We got the Roman circus strikes again. It's a Super Bowl foreshadowing the new financial system.
The Super Bowl is predetermined by the NFL, and this year, they're not even trying to hide it. But before I tell you who the Super Bowl narrative is forming around, I need you to fully understand how crazy this scripting really is. Now, since the NFL was created, rigging and scripting has always been a part, but Tom Brady and the Patriots are a perfect example. Now, Tom Brady came at the perfect time. After 9/11, America needed a hero, maybe even an underdog story, so who better than Tom Brady on the Patriots? I mean, you honestly couldn't have scripted it any better. After 9/11, the star quarterback goes down, the underdog comes in, saves the day, the Patriots go on to win the Super Bowl, Congress enacts the Patriot Act, and all of a sudden there's a Patriots dynasty amongst the league. So let's skip to 2020 with a familiar face, Tom Brady. This is after COVID. Everybody's staying at home, so who better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl at home in Tampa Bay? It makes perfect sense, and you couldn't have scripted it any better. What about the Rams? Sean McVay with the Ukrainian wife? The Rams with the same exact colorway as the Ukrainian flag? And that reminds me, I think the Golden State Warriors won that same exact year with the same exact colors. Kind of like after the Boston bombing, the Boston Red Sox went on to win the World Series. It's not just the NFL. And I could go all day about this, but the one thing I want you to take from this video is the Kelsey brothers and their connection to Swift. This offseason, the Philadelphia Eagles signed DeAndre Swift, who's from the Philadelphia area, to team up with Jason Kelsey in that offensive line. Now, the past 2 weeks, Travis Kelsey's got his own Swift, Taylor Swift, and they cannot stop talking about that. And this entire video has been focused around how major events are planned with the Super Bowl. So I would find it extremely perfect if there was a rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs this year, tied in with some type of global banking event, because SWIFT is actually an acronym for a system that allows countries to transfer money between banks. This cannot be a coincidence. This has to be foreshadowing by the NFL.
The script is in. You're gonna need some more of that. XRP. We got XRP crypto XRP teetering on the edge, $2 inbound, skyrocketing straight to $2, hanging around in the micro range, 50 cents to 85 cents, or C, losing steam and dipping to 43 cents, D, do not care, waiting for that rocket to take flight. We got one from Vet, fees are burned on the XRP ledger, XRP burned all time, nearly 11,629,000. The XRP ledger truly more decentralized over time, deflationary asset. Meanwhile, Satoshi Nakamoto owns around 30 billion worth of BTC. Ethereum has no max supply. XRP consumes less energy than ETH and BTC. XRP more eco-friendly, the greenest of them all, carbon net zero by 2028. You know what's coming. They know what's coming, and they can't stop it, but they gotta try to shake you out with FUD. The XRP ledger, it only gets more and more decentralized. Over time, it keeps on getting better and better. With that being said, Batman and Bad Ladies, what if BTC went to zero and XRP? Where will you be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe. Drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button. From the top ropes, we'll catch you up here, top floor on the mothership for the moon party. BYOB. Bring your own bags. Be your own bank. Later, glitches.
It's the XRP army. We all heard the calling. You didn't hear it, no, not sorry. We on an island, please don't call me. It's the XRP army. We all heard the calling. You didn't hear it, no, not sorry. We on an island, please don't call me. The greatest coin ever created, the XRP army, and we all gon' make it. We don't hear no haters, adios, see you later.